Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. This is a collective message and it might resonate with one person or it might resonate with many people. So just take it as it resonates with you. Please leave it behind if it does not resonate. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see what message Spirit wants to bring forth tonight for the collective. We have justice. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the High Priestess. Okay. So right away with the High Priestess energy, I have spiritual energy. With Justice here, we're talking about spiritual laws as well. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is talking about karma. Okay, so right away we're getting a message that involves the spiritual laws of karma. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this definitely is telling me there's been some violations of spiritual law. Okay, and Spirit is bringing forth the message that karma is real, justice is real. I feel like a lot of you have been waiting to see justice, divine justice, divine karma. Okay, for a lot of people, I feel, especially with the High Priestess, because the High Priestess really does just sit back and allow the universe to work. Okay, the High Priestess really does not take matters into her own hands. That is not spiritual. That is not like the way of the universe, because the High Priestess really trusts in divine order, trust in karma. Okay, so with justice here, this is again talking about the law and spiritual laws. Okay, what's fair, what hasn't been fair. Okay, and again with Wheel of Fortune and justice, we have the strong element of karma coming out here. Okay, so the message here that I feel someone needs to hear, I feel like the person this message is for is like this High Priestess energy. You're a very spiritual person. I feel like you're very gifted. Could be even like psychically gifted. You could be a reader, a medium, a psychic, okay, just a teacher, any of those things or anything, right? You could do Reiki. But the High Priestess essentially is just someone who really puts their trust and their faith into the universe and into spirit, into the laws of the universe and those spiritual laws and karmic energies, right? That is really who the High Priestess is at her core, at her heart. She is spiritual energy and she is spiritual belief. Okay, she trusts the divine, she trusts the universe. Okay, so this message is for High Priestess energy. Spirit wants to remind you that karma is real, and Spirit is saying, I know that you haven't seen it. I know that things have not been fair for you recently. I know that I feel like for someone here, High Priestess energy, you have been at a loss or you've experienced a really big loss, okay, due to someone violating spiritual law. This could be spiritual attacks, psychic attacks, black magic, or even spiritual attacks through influencing others, okay? So one of the things people really don't think about a lot is that influence is actually a form of magic, okay? And when you're influencing someone against another person because you have ill intentions towards that person, then that means you are engaging in a form of black magic because it is mind manipulation, okay? You are manipulating reality to another person in order to make another person look bad or, you know, whatever it is your bad intentions are towards that person, right? But still, you are manipulating reality in the minds of at least one person, and this is the reason why doing this is a form of dark magic, okay? So I feel like for this high priestess, this could be something that you've experienced. I feel like this is an energy that's been really kind of prevalent in the spiritual community, especially over the past year when we've seen this huge like boom in tarot readers, right? And while I think there's so many gifted readers, and YouTube readers are personally like my favorite readers, I think that there's been a lot of attacks on certain YouTube readers that have been unfair and have been done basically for ill intentions, or even sometimes for no reason at all. And I'm seeing that with these cards here as well. Okay, so the message here is don't lose faith in karma. Don't lose hope. And with you being the high priestess, I know that you are not going to. But Spirit would like to remind you that karma is real, and that Spirit sees that you have been suffering. Spirit sees the loss that you have taken, and Spirit is saying that it has not been fair. For this high priestess, you might be questioning whether you actually deserve this. It's been so long since you've seen any form of karma, okay, over the ill intentions that were directed towards you. So for you and who you are and your faith and your trust in the universe, after so long you say, I mean, not that you've been waiting on karma or anything, but it's like you just say, okay, maybe I deserved it in some way. Maybe it was actually fair, okay? And Spirit saying, I see you. I know what you've been through, okay? And you're right, it has not been fair. It has not been fair. Sometimes karma's like a wheel. It always spins, okay? It's always a wheel. It always spins round and round. And sometimes karma spins like a snowball. And what I mean by that, because Spirit is showing me a snowball going down a hill, is that sometimes karma accumulates, okay? And like sometimes there's instant karma, right? Which is what it is. Sometimes it happens pretty quickly, but the worst types of karma is the karma that accumulates, the snowball effect, you know, because it's spinning, but it's not hitting, you know, it's not giving you back your karma at that point. It's just snowballing. It's accumulating. So more and more karma is just accumulating into a bigger and bigger snowball until when it finally does come into that person's reality, it's major. It's major. Okay? Because it really is just many, many karmas that has snowballed into one gigantic, huge karmic snowball. So I'm also seeing, you know, in the High Priestess, we have two pillars, and in Justice, we have the two pillars as well. These pillars can stand for, first of all, the pillars of light and darkness. Okay, they can stand for so many different things depending on, you know, what like theology you're looking at it from. But I feel that these pillars for you represent the pillars of light and darkness and the balance between them, the structure between them that makes up the fabric of our reality. Okay, it speaks about when that balance has been upset with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, and Spirit is saying, I see that that balance has been upset. Okay, but know that it isn't your place to ever take karma into your own hands, and that's why the High Priestess is here. Okay. So, Spirit has a message saying that nothing ever goes unseen by the universe. The universe sees all, okay? The universe sees what you have been going through. And they also see those who have been doing this spiritual attacks. Okay? The universe has compassion towards all those who have went through what has been unfair. Okay? The universe has compassion towards you. The universe is eternally objective. Okay, the universe is not subjective. It's absolutely objective in its viewpoint. And the universe wants to remind you that no one escapes karma. No one. So if you've been questioning if someone can escape karma, the universe is coming through here saying no one does. No one does. All right. Our logic, our ideology, all of our actions, everything we think, speak, do, all of it carry consequences. Okay. And the universe sees it, weighs it, and is the sole judge of all of those things that we do. And the universe is objective, impartial, but judgment is inevitable. Okay. So Spirit is also saying there's an order to things. There is a divine order. Okay. That truth will come out. Truth will prevail. I feel like for you, it's like you're dealing with lies. And I feel like you've went through a loss from it. And Spirit wants to remind you, okay, nobody's gotten away with anything. Karma is real. The truth is going to come out. And that the universe is objective. Okay, like this person cannot lie and convince the universe of their lies. Okay, the universe knows automatically. All right, they are objective. That is not going to work on Spirit. That is not going to work on the universe. Okay. So the universe is saying, no, there are repercussions for our actions, for our thoughts, for our words, and every step we take on this earth, there's repercussions for every step. Okay? And those repercussions often make themselves known to us at times we least expect it, especially with the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay? So the universe is saying they have a cold neutrality to the whole thing, and the universe's will is to set divine order. Okay? And so the universe is saying, I see that divine order has been off balance. I see that, truth, that things have not been fair here. The truth has not come out. Really, I feel like in this situation, for whoever's watching, it's like lies have prevailed for you. And Spirit is saying the truth is going to come out. That no action, no lie, no breath, and no thought is going to be unaccounted for, is going to go consequence-free on this earth. None. Okay? And there is a divine time and a divine order for everything. Okay. So with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, especially with justice, this can actually be like a descent of a spiritual soul, like a light worker, a spiritual person actually descending. So maybe this is actually another high priestess or another spiritual person who has done this to you. All right, so yeah, it really represents with the in reverse, moving from that spiritual 5D mentality and plane down to a 3D plane or lower. Okay, it represents a loss of innocence and a loss of spirituality. It might even represent like a false spirituality. Okay, and I feel like all of this was to like tarnish you in some way, being the high priestess. Um, yeah. So this is like a lack of spiritual knowledge, a lack of spiritual insight, and a lack of knowledge about karma. I feel like someone thinks they've gotten away with something that they have done to you. They believe they've completely gotten away with it because I feel like so much time has passed since they actually have done this to you. And I feel like this person tried to like cause people to see you in a bad light. Like they wanted people to see you in a bad spiritual light, or like to see you as like you're not an innocent like person, like you're like guilty in some way. But you know, the universe with justice here is like, you know what, we are the judges. Okay, the universe is the judges, it's not anyone else. All right, and the universe sees all and things will be set right. Okay, things will be set right. And I am seeing such an offset of balance here. I really am seeing that. And so the universe is saying, we know this. Okay. And it's not a lack of karma that is going on, it's a snowballing of karma. Okay. So this actually represents like a divine spirituality descending into the ways of the flesh, actually, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's like, again, descending into lower than like a 3D energy. And Spirit wants you to know that they see that, okay? So this person is going, like, they really have a lack of spiritual knowledge, a lack of spiritual insight because of their like spiritual descent. And Spirit is coming through telling you this, that they have already lost their lack of spiritual insight. They have already lost their spiritual knowledge that they were holding on to. Okay, and it's because they have violated spiritual laws here. Okay, they have gone about things in ways that were not spiritual, not enlightened at all whatsoever. Okay. So, yeah, Spirit wants to remind you that the spiritual law exists and it transcends to the higher dimensions, even that nobody escapes the spiritual law, that nobody is above it. Okay, that this person, this spiritual person or whatever, they believe they were above all spiritual laws. They believe that they were spiritually protected, or that they had ascended their spirituality so high on such a high plane that they were untouchable. And Spirit is here saying, no, right? That's not how it works. Okay, because this this spiritual karma, these mysteries, really, it exists. These spiritual laws exist and they transcend to all the higher dimensions as well. Okay, so you aren't escaping these spiritual laws. No one escapes these spiritual laws. Okay, so with these two cards, it's really speaking about the karma that is snowballing, that it is on its way. It's going to be delivered to this person who has done this to you unfairly. And I feel like when it is delivered, it's like the truth is going to come out and you're going to be freed from whatever dirt or whatever the heck, they have dropped all over you or all over your name. You're going to be cleared of that. And just know that you're going to be cleared from the universe itself. Okay, this is spiritual laws. All right, so let's get another card. Okay, that was too many. We got to do that again. Yeah, so no one escapes the divine order, okay? No one. It doesn't matter how protected you think you are if you're going out attacking people, doing black magic or manipulating people, influencing people for bad intentions. You're not escaping that karma. Okay, we got forgiveness here. Reducing the burden. So Spirit is asking you to forgive this person. All right, I know that you have went through a lot of loss because of this person with the Wheel of Fortune. I know that you feel that this person has caused you a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, a lot of loss, a lot of injustice, okay? And I think that that's really been weighing heavily on your spirit is really what I'm feeling here. And so it's almost like you've just been sitting back and waiting for that karma to happen. So I feel that with the sitting back and waiting, Spirit saying be careful that that energy actually doesn't evolve into a full-blown grudge, right? But Spirit's also asking you to forgive yourself, okay, and forgive this person. And maybe you feel like you need to forgive yourself for even engaging or interacting with this person, right? So whatever it is that you need to forgive yourself for, take the time to do that because you do deserve forgiveness. But Spirit is asking you to forgive this person, to release the burden, the spiritual burden from yourself. Okay, I feel like this person is taking up too much of your spiritual energy. They really are. Okay, you think about the loss that you've experienced because of them. You think about, the lies or whatever they've said about you with Justice here. You think about ways that they've harmed you. You think about their karma, and Spirit saying, you don't even have to think about that anymore. Okay, that's just showing that you haven't really forgiven the situation, yourself, or the person. And it doesn't mean you have to be okay with what they've done. It just means you're releasing what they've done to you. You're no longer going to carry that pain. You're no longer going to carry that injustice for them. You're no longer going to accept that mark that they have put on you, the mark of injustice and the mark of lies. You're not going to accept that mark, and so you're forgiving them. Okay, you're forgiving them for not following those spiritual laws. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Because you are a divine energy. You are divine spiritual energy. You are a high priestess energy. And so I'm seeing that you have taken the high road. You have been the bigger person through this whole ordeal. And unfortunately, too many times that also means being the bigger person also means holding the entire burden for the whole situation. You're not going out lashing out at the person. You're not engaging in it. But Spirit would like you to just forgive, to release that burden, okay? Because the universe would like to carry that burden and add it to the snowball, okay? Add it to the snowball that's going down the hill, all right? And just know this karma is going to happen in divine timing. The truth will be known in divine timing, okay? So you can release that burden. So it's, saying, I forgive you for violating spiritual laws. Okay. I'm asking the universe to deliver you, right, from your ignorance of those spiritual laws. This person believed that they were above those laws, and they certainly weren't. Okay, so it's literally like this energy is looking at it from that perspective. Okay, we have the child I was meant to be. So what I'm seeing here is something that is destined for you with the Wheel of Fortune, with Justice, with the High Priestess, something that is destined for you, my beautiful High Priestess watching, okay? Something that is in your fate, on your path. Someone else decided that they know better than the universe what your path is. They decided that they know your fate and your destiny better than the universe, and that they were going to try everything they could to throw you off your path, throw you off your destiny. Okay? They were going to lie about you. They were going to try to upset you, manipulate people, influence others, whatever it is. Okay? Whatever it is. With the child I was meant to be. And the universe is saying what ignorance this person has. First of all, they were ignorant about spiritual laws, but they were also ignorant about you. Who are they to judge what is in your path and what is not in your path? Who does this person think that they are? And furthermore, who do you think they are? Right? I think this person has put way too much importance on themselves and what they think about you. Okay, this person has played spirit, has played universe, and tried to play God long enough. This person doesn't dictate your destiny and what is in front of you. They might put obstacles in front of you. They might delay you. But Spirit is saying, what's meant for you, you will have. What's meant for you, you will always accomplish. That this person cannot take your destiny away from you. They cannot take your path away from you. But I will say the universe is definitely not happy with this person for deciding that they know better than the universe what path you should be taking in your destiny. This person wanted to tell the universe who you were meant to be. Okay? This person, as another human being on this earth. And not only did they do that, they engaged in craft and magic to try to put you where they thought you should be. And in that way, that is why this person played universe. That is why this person played God. And I will tell you, the universe is not happy with that. When you see someone do something horrendous like this, and you never see them get their karma, like they just get away with it forever, just know those are the people that have a special little snowball that's been building up for them. Okay, and trust me, you do not want a karmic snowball, all right, from the universe, So Spirit is saying, whenever there is a grudge being held, it really kind of blocks karma from taking place as well, right? Because when you release that grudge, that signals to the universe that you're just giving it to Spirit. You're giving it to the universe. And so Spirit is saying, forgive them. Forgive them for believing that they know what you were meant to be and who you were meant to be over the universe. Forgive them, okay? Because they're going to get this karmic snowball, all right? And what I'm hearing from spirit is like if you don't forgive them now, like you definitely when you see them, you know, after this karma, it's like you're going to feel very bad for them. It's like you're going to just be able to forgive them so easily. Right? That's what I don't know why I'm getting this message come out, but that's what I'm seeing. Okay. We have the butterfly spirit transformation. So, you know, this really reminds me with the pearl, the seashell, the white clouds, and it kind of reminds me of sea foam in the sky. It really reminds me of Aphrodite a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Some of you might feel very connected to Aphrodite or work with Aphrodite. Okay, but with this card, Spirit wants to remind you, because I feel like for you, you've been through a loss, you have been through injustice, you have had things put on hold for you, and Spirit wants to remind you that that's going to change. Okay, this Wheel of Fortune card is going to be flipped upside down at some point. Okay, that divine justice is going to set in. All right. Internally, we can forgive what has happened to us, right? We can forgive it. And because that creates such an profound change internally, it is mirrored back to us outside of us, which creates beautiful, profound transformations outside of us as well when we have that beautiful transformation inside. And even if it does just stem from forgiving another. So know that you are in the process of change. That new pathways are opening up for you that are not going to be obstructed. All right, I also feel that you're kind of like in the middle of this transformation is really what I'm seeing here. So I feel you're in the middle of this transformation and Spirit's saying just hold on, okay? So allow transformation to take place internally and externally as well. I feel like things have been very confusing for you for quite some time, and I feel that there's been a lot around you that just seems to dissolve. And I think that for you, you've seen it as like your fortune dissolving or something you placed a lot of value in, like just dissolving in front of you. But Spirit is saying this is only the clearing that occurs just before your rebirth, your new beginning, just before you really step into this new beginning that you are really meant to have. All right. Know that with the butterfly card being here, you're gaining your wings. Okay, so this new beginning is going to be even more profound, more beautiful, more spiritual than whatever it is that you lost, okay, because you didn't have those beautiful butterfly wings before. You have been in the cocoon, is what Spirit is telling me, okay, and when you come out of this cocoon, you're going to have beautiful wings to fly and soar higher than you have ever flown before. And no one is going to be able to stop you. All right? No one. Okay? So know that the past is behind you now and it's time to let go of it. Forgive it even. Okay? Everything is changing. Know this. It's time for a new cycle. All right? It's time for a new beginning, and it's time for you to allow yourself to accept those wings that you have and to fly with them. Okay. So again, these wings also represent obstacles being cleared for you in your life. Know that karma is real. It is on its way. And again, I feel like forgiveness for you, forgiving what has happened, allowing yourself to fly. So let's see what magic is happening for you in your life and this new beginning. So we have the magic of air. Okay, and for you, this air is supporting your flight, is supporting your magical flight with your new butterfly wings. The butterfly can't fly without the air. Okay, so work with the element of air to see the truth. So this is speaking the truth. Okay, Spirit is saying the element of air is coming into your life in order to allow others to see the truth, in order to allow others to hear the truth, okay, about you and about your situation. All right. So that's a reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that it could bring you some clarity, some insight, or even just a message that you just really felt you needed to hear. If it was helpful in some type of way, you can let me know in the comments or by leaving a like. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.